What's up guys, we're back with another video. Today we're taking a look at another boot from the Liquid Chrome pack. It is the Nike Magista Obra in the metallic pewter colorway. So, let's get right into the boot. So, taking a closer look at the box, again, it is the Magista Obra in the metallic pewter, black, white, and black colorway. So, as always, you do get a string bag. This one is black with white accents. And of course you get the boots. So just take a look at the upper. You can see it is this dark gray color. This is my favorite boot from the Liquid Chrome pack. I think that dark gray, kind of dark silver metallic color looks really good, especially with those black and green accents. You do have those black accents on the laces, and the black Nike hits with the white outline around it. And then you have this kind of deep obsidian, almost black outsole here with the green accents, and then this kind of turquoise green, sea green Nike hit there. The metallic pewter is catching the light pretty well right now, but it definitely is not a silver. It's definitely more of a dark gray. I just want to make sure that's clear. You again have that green color going up the back of the dynamic fit collar with that Magista branding there. Besides that, it is a pretty plain upper, taking into account that it is still metallic. Getting into some of the technical details, you do have that Flyknit upper that makes up the entirety of the boot. It is coated in that NikeSkin coating that makes up the majority of the boot. And that NikeSkin coating is then further coated in all conditions control from Nike. See if I can get that branding in focus there. Which will just give you a little bit better traction in wet and rainy conditions, and keep your foot a little bit more dry with that technology repelling some of the water. The Flyknit that makes up the upper underneath where the NikeSkin is definitely very structured. You can see all of these kind of cabling that comes across, just to give it a little bit more of a structure. Unlike the Flyknit that makes up the dynamic fit collar as well as the portion underneath the laces, this Flyknit is elasticated. So you're going to get quite a bit of stretch here, which obviously makes it easier to get your foot in, but also gives you a little bit more of a snug fit. And as well, underneath the laces, you're going to get some stretch here, which will give you a better fit on foot. To add even more lateral structure to the Flyknit upper and the NikeSkin, you do have brio cables that wrap from the bottom of the foot up around each lace hole, previously known as flywire. When you lace up the boot and tie it tight, it's going to pull the entire upper around your foot and give you a little bit more lateral support. That way your foot's not sliding around when you plant, you cut, and you turn. While they are really easy to see on the Nike Superfly 4 as well as the Hypervenom Phantom 2, because they are woven in to the upper here, it's a little bit tougher to see, but you should be able to see how they come up and wrap around each lace hole. And they are there both on the outside of the boot and on the inside to give you that better fit. As I mentioned, you do have the elasticated Flyknit that makes up that dynamic fit collar. That collar isn't going to give you any really added support. It's just going to give you, personally, I think, a better fit on foot and a more snug sensation throughout the shoe. It comes down all the way underneath the laces as well. The laces, as you can see, are slightly asymmetrical, just barely towards the inside of the boot, just slightly offset. Around the back, you do have that strip of synthetic leather that comes up the back, and it continues down the inside of that dynamic fit collar. Hopefully you can see that. It's kind of tough to show you there. I'll talk a little bit more about that during the on-feet portion of this review. You do have the external plastic heel counter around the back that wraps right into the compressed nylon outsole with the conical stud formation. You can see you have the 4 conical studs in the back there, and the 8 conical studs up top with the 2 bladed studs right here, and that 1 small pick stud here. Personally, I prefer the bladed studs, but the conical studs are a pretty good stud configuration. They're going to give you the right amount of grip, but still allow a bit of maneuverability so your foot's not getting stuck in the ground, and you're able to turn when you plant. Personally, I think this outsole is a bit stiff, not quite as stiff as the carbon fiber that you'll find on the Superfly 4, but not overly stiff, still very comfortable, I think, right out of the box. Last thing I want to cover before we go down to the on-feet look is the insole. It is fully removable, micro-perforated, in this bright green color with the black Magista branding. It's just a single layer of yellow foam. So hopefully I've covered all the technical details you wanted to know. Now let's go take a look down on the turf. We'll take a look on feet, and I'll tell you a little bit more about my opinion on how these fit. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this color is my favorite from the liquid chrome pack. Personally, I think that this dark gray kind of tungsten look looks really sharp, contrasting against that black. It's nothing over the top, but it definitely sticks out enough where you will notice this boot. I've worn other colorways of the Magista Obra before, and it is a very comfortable boot. It's a little bit thicker than what I would like. It's thicker than the Superfly 4, but definitely not as thick as a kangaroo leather boot or the Hypervenom Phantom 2. The only issue I do have with wearing it brand new is, as I mentioned, you'd have that synthetic heel tab that kind of goes down the back, and that rubs a little bit on the back of my Achilles tendon. With these, it takes maybe 3 to 4 wears max before it's really comfortable. Again, while this boot isn't my first choice, it is the first choice of many of my teammates, and I can assure you they're all very happy with it, and I'm sure you would be too. So, hope you enjoyed that quick on-feet look and detailed review of the Nike Magista Obra in the metallic pewter colorway. Personally, I think it's a great colorway. Not my first choice for a boot, but definitely not far from it. Really happy with this boot overall. This boot does retail at $275, so right up there in the price range with the other Nike Dynamic Fit collar boots. If you're in the market to purchase it, you can do so on our website at eastcoastsoccershop.com. I highly recommend checking out the other boots we have up there as well. We'll have some new boots going on sale, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll see you in the next video.